to find the complementary function. That means to find the solution of a homogeneous differential equation. Now, let us see how are we going to find the solution of a non-homogeneous differential equation, which is given in general by f of d into y is equal to phi of x. Here, phi of x, whatever is there, is not equal to 0. So, such an equation is said to be a non-homogeneous linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Now, this solution for this particular type will have two parts, as I told you. First is complementary function and second is particular integral. Both together should be added to obtain the general solution of a non-homogeneous differential equation, which is given by y is equal to CF plus PI. Sometimes we write it like this, YC plus YP, where YP stands for particular integral and YC stands for complementary function. This complementary function should be carried out in the same procedure how we have done for homogeneous equations. And to find the particular integral, depending on the nature of the function phi of x, we have different types. And under your syllabus, the scope of your syllabus, we discuss around 3 to 4 types. Got it? So, let us go ahead and see one by one how does it look like. So, first we are going to discuss about the particular integrals of type 1. Okay? So, pi of type 1. So, this is what we are going to discuss in this particular video. So, in this case, we are going to assume that the phi of x is equal to a function of x in the exponential form e power ax. What is phi of x equals to? E power ax. So, the particular integral is supposed to be assumed as e power ax divided by d. Therefore, pi is supposed to be assumed as e power ax divided by f of d. What is f of d? The polynomial function in terms of the operator. Understood? And now, if a given function is in terms of this, if the particular integral is in this form, then how are we going to solve? So, we are going to replace f of d. Wherever d is there, you are going to replace it by f of a. So, this will be the particular integral is obtained by replacing d by a. The arrow marks tells you that d is replaced by e. So, what will be the solution here for the particular integral in this particular case? So, we have the yp therefore will be equal to e power ax divided by f of a. But what is a in this? A is the coefficient of x in the exponential form. Understood? So, we consider the coefficient of x in the exponential form. Go substitute here in this. But sometimes we may get f of a is 0. So, if not every time, only sometimes, if f of a is equal to 0, then we are supposed to consider yp is equal to x into, that is, you should multiply it by the independent variable x into e power ax divided by f dash of d. Find the first derivative of d and then later substitute d is a. Okay? Then in that particular case, yp will be equal to x into e to the power ax divided by f dash of d. Further, even if in the even after differentiating, when we substitute d is a, if you get 0, in that case also, again, if you have, that means if you have dash of a equal to 0, then in that case you are supposed to consider the double derivative by multiplying x again here. So the double derivative of f of d, that is f dash of d. If you have double dash of d, you should take. And again, in this case, after defining the derivative, substitute d is equal to a. Therefore, in that case, particular integral is going to become x square e power ax divided by f double dash of d. And this process is supposed to be continued until and unless you are going to get a non-zero denominator. Understood? So this is how you get the yp in this particular case. And of course the final solution will be yc. You will get it based on the given question. And if phi of x is in the terms of e power x, you get a yp like this. Go add on both of them, you get the final answer. Okay? So let us see how to solve a problem. We'll quickly pick up a problem and then solve it. Alright? So let me pick up a problem quickly and then solve it for you guys. Okay, a very simple problem. The question says solve d square y by dx square, the coefficient 6 plus 17 dy by dx plus 12y is equal to e power minus x. This is the question. What is this? E power minus x instead of 0 will be the RHS. Okay, anyways, so you are going to find yc, that is the complementary function, in the same method how we have done the previous case. So first step is to put it in the operator form. It will become 6d square plus 17d plus 12 into y is equal to e to the power minus x. So what is the f of d here? This is said to be our f of d. Therefore, our auxiliary equation is given by f of m is equal to 0. Implies instead of d in this particular expression, we are substituting m. 6m square plus 17m plus 12 is equals to 0. Solve the quadratic equation by applying splitting the middle term. So 6 12 is 72. Factors for 6 and 12. 72 we can have 9 8 is 72, which I have to give you this one. So 6m square plus 9m plus 8m plus 12 is 0. Solving ahead by taking common. So 3m into 2 plus 2m plus 3 plus here also we have 2 is common. So 4 2. So 4 is common. 4 is common. 2m plus 3 equal to 0. So the factors are 2m plus 3 into 3m plus 4. Hence m is equal to minus 3 by 2 comma minus 4 by 3. Therefore our complementary function yc is given by unique roots. So c1 e raised to minus 3x by 2 plus c2 e raised to minus 4x by 3. So this is our yc part. Now coming to the second part of the problem, that is to find the particular integral. Particular integral is equal to phi of x divided by f of d. In this case, e to the power minus x divided by f of d is 6d square plus 17d plus 12. Okay, so this is what is the particular integral in this case. And what is b supposed to be replaced by? It has to be replaced by a. But a in this case is the coefficient of x in the exponential form, that is minus 1. So therefore, substituting b by minus 1, we get this is equal to e power minus x divided by 6 times minus 1 the whole square plus 17 into minus 1 plus 12. Simplify further, e to the power minus x divided by 6 plus 12 is going to be 18 minus 17, that is equal to 1. So e power minus x is the particular integral in this particular case. So what is the final solution? Therefore the final general solution for the given differential equation is given by y is equal to yc plus yp. What is yc? Yc is the complementary function what we have just done here. That is c1 e to the power minus 3x by 2 plus c2 e to the power minus 4x by 3 plus yp. Yp in this case is e raised to minus x. This is the final solution. Got it? So let us do a few more problems the same way. So I will show you different situations where we can solve these problems. So let us see. Under this we can also have a hyperbolic function, whether it can be a sine hyperbolic or a cos hyperbolic. So because all the hyperbolic functions can be expressed in terms of exponential forms, so one should remember even the hyperbolic function also comes under type 1. So let me consider another problem based on the hyperbolic. Okay, so the question says like this: d square y by dx square minus 4y is equal to cos hyperbolic function of 2x minus 1. So 2x minus 1 plus there is another function also here. So 3 raised to x. Even this one can be done in the type 1 format. What is that? I am mentioning here type 1 format only, all these are. Why? Because we can express this also in terms of an exponential function. Let us see how is that we are going to do. Okay, so first step, we put it in the operator form, that is d square minus 4 into y is equal to cos h 2x minus 1 plus 3 raised to x. Okay, consider the auxiliary equation that is given by f of m is equals to 0 implies m square minus 4 equal to 0 implies m square equal to 4 and hence m equal to plus minus 2. Okay, as m is plus minus 2, what we get here? Therefore, the complementary function yc is given by plus 2 minus 2. Right? Otherwise, I can write m is equal to plus 2 minus 2. Both the values. So unique roots. So c1 e power 2x plus c2 e to the power minus 2x. Got it? So this is the complementary function. Now coming to the yp part, particular integral yp is equal to, we got to consider both the terms here in the RHS. Cos hyperbolic of 2x minus 1 plus 3 power x the whole divided by f of t. You have to split it into two factors, that is equal to cos hyperbolic 2x minus 1 divided by f of d. What is our f of d? d square minus 4 is the f of d. Plus 3 power x divided by f of t, that is d square minus 4. Let us assume this is P1 and this is P2. So we have yp is equal to P1 plus P2. Okay, so we got to solve each of them separately. Let us see what is P1. P1 is equal to cos hyperbolic of 2x minus 1 divided by d square minus 4. We can write this hyperbolic function in terms of exponential. I told you already. How do you write it? One should remember that cos h t is equal to e power t plus e power minus t the whole divided by 2. So this is the formula. Applying that, we get cos hyperbolic of 2x minus 1 can be written as e to the power whatever t this one is there, it should go to the exponential form. In this, the entire 2x minus 1 should go to the exponential form. So e power 2x minus 1 plus e power minus 2x minus 1 the whole divided by d square minus 4. Even this gets split into two parts, e power 2x minus 1 by d square minus 4 plus e power multiplied with this minus sign minus 2x plus 1 the whole divided by d square minus 4. Again in this case, this one we will apply and a is minus 2 in this case, so b is supposed to be replaced by minus 2. Okay, so we get, therefore, when I replace it by 2, e raised to 2x minus 1 the whole divided by d square will become 4 minus 4, which is going to be 0. So the denominator is 0. Even in this case also, it will be 0. So I will, what do I write here? This implies d is equal to 2 implies d square, just not positive 2, even the negative 2 also. So d square minus 4 is equal to 0. That implies the denominator equal to 0. Hence, what is that you are supposed to do? You have to introduce the independent variable x into e power 2x minus 1 divided by f dash of b, plus here also x into e to the power minus 2x plus 1 divided by f dash of b. What is f dash of b here? So, we know f dash of b, this is f of b, f dash of b is equal to 2d. Okay, so f of b is d square minus 4. This implies f dash of b is equal to 2d. Okay, differentiating d square minus 4, we get 2d minus 0, which is just 2d. Okay, substituting that in this, therefore we get our P1 is equal to, this is the P1 which we are writing. So x into e power 2x plus 1 divided by, instead of f of d, I will write 2d. Plus second term x into e raised to minus 2x, this is minus 1 if I am not wrong. So minus 2x plus 1 whole divided by 2d. Here d should be replaced by a in this case is 2, and here d should be replaced by a, which is minus 2. Okay, so replacing that, we get P1 is equal to x e power 2x minus 1 divided by 2 into 2 plus x e power minus 2x plus 1 divided by 2 into minus 2. So x by 4 can be taken out if I am not wrong. Otherwise, let me take out only 2. Okay, x by 2 is taken out. So we get e to the power 2x minus 1 divided by 2, and I take the negative sign outside, e to the power minus of 2x minus 1 divided by 2. If I merge both of these, I get e power 2x minus 1 minus e power minus of 2x minus 1 the whole divided by 2. So what will that be? What is that going to be equal to? We are going to get it as sine hyperbolic. You can see. This is cos hyperbolic formula what I have written. What is sine hyperbolic? E to the power sine ht is equal to e raised to t minus e raised to minus t by 2. Okay, I will write here. Sine ht is equal to e raised to t minus e raised to minus t whole divided by 2. That is the definition of the sine hyperbolic in terms of exponential term. So this is equals to x by 2 as it is instead of this entire thing. T is replaced by this. So you can write it as sine hyperbolic of 2x minus 1. Okay, this is the first particular integral. Now let us see the second term. What is the second term? P2. P2 therefore is equal to 3 power x divided by b square minus 4. And one should always remember that a power x can be written in terms of exponential terms. How do we write a power x in terms of exponential term? That is what is very important right here. So a power x is equal to e power log a whole raised to x. E power log a into x. Okay, so the whole raised to x, which is going to be into x, both are same basically. So coefficient of x will be log a here. Why? Because exponential and logarithmic will get. Okay, anyways, so 3 power x in the same format can be written as e power log 3 into x. So coefficient of x is log 3 divided by d square minus 4, and d should be replaced by a is here log 3. So replacing d by log 3 because this comes under type 1 exponential form. Okay, so we get the second particular integral will be e power log 3 into x the whole divided by, instead of d I write log 3 the whole square minus 4, which is equal to, this entire thing is this 3 power x divided by log 3 the whole square minus 4. This is the second term in our particular integral. Therefore, the final solution, the general solution of the given differential equation is given by y is equal to yc plus yp, which is equal to yc we already got here, c1 e to the power 2x plus c2 e to the power minus 2x plus yp has two terms. First is p1. How much is p1 here? X by 2 into sine hyperbolic of 2x minus 1 plus p2. How much is p2? Whatever we got here, 3 raised to x divided by log 3 the whole square minus 4. And we can't simplify this any further. So this is our final general solution of the given differential equations. Okay, understood? Understood, guys?